Action.
That's what they say.
That's what they say at Watkins Glen.
Sitting here with SB Nation's Jeff Gluck, the man with all the answers. My name is Bass Masters. We're talking about Watkins Glen this weekend, the Rowdy Pre-Race Show. The hell of a good sour cream dips at the Glen. We got 90 laps, 2.45-mile road course. Definitely a faster course than Infineon, which is more technical. What do you see happening, some of the keys to the race this weekend?
Well, I think it's going to be all track position. I mean, that's just obvious answer, I guess. Sorry. I mean, I know you tuned in to watch this awesome insight, but it's track position. I mean, that's what's going to happen at these road courses. I mean, that's what they strategize.
We've seen road
backwards.
Course strategy at Pocono and Indy.
And so we're plenty familiar with road course strategy. Right.
Get in for your final pit stop as soon as you can.
Right.
Preferably under green. I mean, the ideal situation is your last pit stop under green. You get back out there. You're still on the lead lap because it is a 2.45-mile road course, so you can pit under green and not go a lap down. Then the caution flies.
Then you catch a caution.
And then you stay out, and everyone comes in, and you're in the catbird seat, and you're not coming back. I mean, that is the way to work it strategy-wise.
Although there is less. They've taken out one of the gravel traps, right, last year.
I think so.
Year or two.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a little bit less opportunity for caution, but there's still going to be cautions. I mean, anybody that's watched NASCAR road course races, it gets crazy at the end.
Well, and part of the reason, Jeff, is because you've got 90 laps, and I think as at Infineon, where you had like 1.5 good places to pass, I think here you've got 2 good places to pass. Turn 1 is a good place to pass, and I think that hairpin after the bus stop, I think it's 5, is a good place to pass. So you're looking at 90 laps, 180 chances to pass.
Yeah.
That's not a lot.
You ever play video games at all?
No.
All right, well, my amateur video game experience, there's, where the bus stop, so to speak, where you're flying down that straightaway.
The inner loop, as they sometimes call it.
Right. No, the inner loops, isn't that different?
I thought it was the bus stop.
I don't know. Anyway, all I know is that there's a place at Watkins Glen where you're coming down that straightaway and you have to brake and you do the bus stop.
Right.
And all of a sudden, you can nudge somebody out of the way just by getting on your brakes. I mean, because the braking zone is so you're slamming on your brakes and everybody's slamming in front of you. You can just nudge somebody out of the way and pass.
Right.
So there's going to be some action.
There has to be aggression. I mean, you could follow a guy and be faster than him all the way around for 2.5 miles and know you're faster, but just not have a chance to get by if he's got the line through those 2 passing zones, and you just may have to get aggressive. I think that's why we will see wrecks, especially at the end.
And hopefully tempers, because, I mean, Montoya, Harvick a few years ago.
That was great.
What was that, 07 or something?
Yeah, a couple years ago.
That was awesome.
I think we'll see that. The other key, I think, really is going all the way back to Friday qualifying. Where you start, it's just, if you start up towards the front, it's not that you can't get past guys if you're very, very good and you have a good car, but using up your equipment to get to the front is not something you want to have to do.
Yeah, but still that's track strategy. I mean, it jumbles everything up. You never know how it's – I mean, at least if you're in the front, you kind of control your own destiny. You have a good pit stall and stuff like that.
Right.
But, I mean –
an early caution really is going to change things here too, because there'll be guys on different strategies, and we'll have to see how that plays out.
It kind of makes my head hurt, honestly.
It's hard to think it through, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And so, if we could think it through, we'd probably be a lot richer, and we wouldn't be sitting on a couch like this
with a race fan
paint
pillow.
Stains and
come on, man, this is
all
old
this
school.
stuff. Well, I'm just saying we could afford nice furniture.
I think this is pretty nice.
This is why we
Jeff.
don't have nice things.
Let's talk about who we think is going to run well here. You mentioned Montoya. We've obviously got the Marcus Ambroses and the Juan Montoyas of the world. We've obviously got Jeff Gordon and Tony Stewart. Who are some of the guys you think could run well here?
All 4 of those guys.
Yep.
How about another cop-out answer? Huh?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yep.
Anyone you see as a dark horse. Denny Hamlin or Kurt
honestly,
Busch.
Though, if you're making your fantasy picks out there and you don't pick Marcus Ambrose or Tony Stewart, why are you playing fantasy NASCAR? That's just – why would you do that?
Right.
Don't do that to yourself. Pick Ambrose or Stewart.
Yep.
It's the easy answer, but that's the right answer.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to go out on a limb just because you think, everybody else is going to pick that. No, pick the right guy.
Right.
Live to fight another week.
Right. You don't have to be clever here.
Right. Don't be clever.
All right. So we got Ambrose.
He's the best at road courses.
I think Ambrose, I mean, it's interesting. We talked about him winning at Infineon. He should have won there last year. Didn't. Wasn't able to come back and win this year. This is a great chance for him to pick up a win. Obviously, Smoke on the verge of the chase or on the edge of the chase really needs a win. Would love to get a win. This is going to be a great place
and his
for
driver
him.
rating is awesome there.
He's great there.
He's the best. His driver rating is the highest at Watkins Glen as any other driver is at any other track. I believe.
So it's the highest driver rating at an individual track of anybody.
Right.
That's
you said it
pretty
better
good.
than I did.
Well,
you
I
have
know
a
what
way
you
with
meant.
words.
I
right?
try, Jeff. I try. So if I had to pin you down, one guy, who's the obvious guy that you're going to pick?
Ambrose. I'm
All right.
going with Ambrose.
I'll take Tony Stewart.
Fine.
Makes sense,
bet on
right?
it?
His driver rating there is phenomenal, by the way.
Well, that's what I hear.
For Jeff Gluck, my name is Bass Masters. We'll be back next week to tell you exactly what happened at Watkins Glen.
Rowdy.com. Say it like it is.
Say what like it is?
Rowdy.com.